Good morning, everyone. Let's take a couple deep breaths as we center ourselves. Let's go ahead and expand our solar plexus energy, make it as big as you in all directions. Now make it 6 feet bigger than you in all directions. And how's your beautiful body doing this morning? Ask it. What would you like to experience this morning as you go off on a journey for the next 25 minutes? And go ahead, infuse the energies that your body's asking for. My body's showing me a feel of lavender. And as it shows me the feel of lavender, I can actually smell lavender. For my body, lavender is nurturing, something that it likes as it starts relaxing. And it knows that I'm going to be off and it can relax while I'm off. So what's your beautiful body asking for? Make sure you give it to it. You need to take care of this vessel if you want to go anywhere. You must take good care of it. Where would you like to travel today? You can pick anywhere in the world that you want to take your consciousness to. Just pick anywhere in the world and go there. I'm choosing right now. So many interesting places come. Have you ever heard of Jeju Island? It's in South Korea. Beautiful place. Clear waters. Blue clear waters. Several times dolphins live around. If you're lucky, you can see them. I don't know if it's seasonal or what, but definitely they're there. And you might see them if you visit. Maldives is another place. Palau. Baja California. The waters are a little bit colder. Pacific is always colder than Atlantic. As I'm saying these places, just go visit if you haven't chosen a place yet. Baja California is where the whales go have babies. Or Crystal River in Florida. Manatees swim there. The waters are a little bit warm because there's an underwater thermal river. And manatees, oh my gosh, they're supposed to be that sailors used to confuse mermaids with manatees. I don't know how they could, because manatees are really not like mermaids at all. Or sometimes they're called the cows of the sea. They're very slow, very passive. A lot of them have propellers, wounds on their back. Boats don't see them. Boats think they're going to get out of the way in time, but they don't. Or you can be in diving somewhere off of Mexico. Beautiful corals over there. See, at one time corals were dying off. And a coral, it's really sad because a coral, it's an animal, but it only grows about an inch a year or so. It's really slow. And there was bleaching of coral. And they were saying it was due to the sun. I wonder if that's true. But if you look around down here, coral seems very healthy, doesn't it? We need coral. It's what provides protection to the fish. Protection, food, filtering. Corals filter the water. It's funny because we walk on the sand, right? But do you know how the sand becomes sand? It's because the fish eat the coral and then they poop out the sand. The first time I saw that, I was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. But nope, that's how the sand might be some of your sand beaches. And there's also, look at the octopus. Did you know that octopus, they lay eggs once and they have to care for the eggs by blowing water to them so that the oxygen is around it. It's pretty much oxygenate the eggs. And the mother will die doing that because they cannot eat while it's doing that. They cannot go hunting. And there is the seahorses. Seahorses are the only species that we know where the male can be sure it's its offsprings. The female lays the eggs in the male's pouch. And then from that point on, she goes away and the male is the one who's got to take care of the eggs. And there's the dolphins. Dolphins are pod or family oriented. Dolphins, we see them as nice, playful things, but there is a dark side to them. Everything has a yin and a yang, good and bad. But what's dark, is it really dark or is it just them being them? Hmm. Orcas are dolphins, just bigger dolphins. They're also very family oriented. Vancouver Island is a beautiful place to go if you want to see orcas. There is a place there where they like to come and swim because there are rocks at the bottom and they like to scratch themselves on those rocks. The Amazons. Look at the greenery in the Amazons. If you look at from the very top, it's so thick. The Amazons are considered to be the lungs of the planet. The thing that breathes for the earth. The place that breathes for the earth. The lungs. The plants need CO2, and in turn they give us clear, clean oxygen. We need oxygen. They need CO2. What you exhale is CO2. Do you see the symbiotic relationship we have? They need what we give, and we need what they give us. So much life in here, in the Amazons. I'm not talking about the store, by the way. I'm talking about the real Amazon in Brazil. Now, if you follow the river, Rio Negro, it has veins throughout the entire South American continent. And look at how it's flowing. The waters are changing. That's why things are starting to revive. You saw that the coral was healthy, right? Now look at the jungle, the Amazon. In the southern hemisphere, they're going into fall. Northern, we're going into, actually, no. Well, they are already in fall. They're going into winter. Northern hemisphere, we're in spring. We're going into summer. Look at the thickness of the foliage. Now get down to the ground. When you get down to the ground, sunlight penetrates very softly because the canopies of the trees cover most of the sunlight, not allowing it to come all the way down. So it feels humid. And the vegetation that's decaying adds to that. In some places, there's mud that you have to walk through. In other places, it's dry. But look at the soil. If it's clay, which often is by the rivers, or sandy, but look at the texture. And the soil. You have sand, you have clay, and you have soil, dirt, earth. And each one, and for each situation, each terrain, the plants have adjusted to living in that. And if you smell the soil, there's a special smell to it. And this is due to being the effect of foliage plants that long ago decayed, and following the cycle of life came back to be to the earth again. Came back to being part of the soil. Can you wonder what riches are out here? Look around you. We're not just talking about minerals. We're not just talking about precious stones. We're not talking about precious metals. But look around you. We're talking about plants that help, that cure diseases. What would it take for us to remember how to use and which plants to use? What would it take for us to learn that again, or to recall that is more precious than gold, platinum, silver? You could be standing next to the cure of whatever is ailing most people right now, but we don't know. The shamans, the medicine men, woman, might know. I want you to sense into this energy. Do you feel eyes on you? Because you're not alone. You never are. Especially in the forest, in the Amazon, in the jungle. Do you wonder if the zoo animals feel this way? Everybody looking at them. Just feel the energy of this place. It is so different than being in the city, isn't it? You can actually feel the throbbing of the life around. You can feel the life of those in this place. It's different. Earth is changing. The planet is changing. You are changing. Not just you, but your body is changing. You are living off carbon based and you're morphing into crystalline base. You might have noticed a lot of itching in your body. That's why that is. And all these plants that you see here, they're also changing. The animals that are seeing you but you are not seeing have to change as well. And because they don't have a point of view, they do it really fast. So, since we're in the lungs of the planet, the Amazon, let's go ahead and do a contribution to it. Let's go ahead and gather the energy of what the Amazon needs from us. Just gather it. And all you have to do is say, gather the energy. And on 3, we're going to contribute it to the Amazon. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. And one more time. 1, 2, 3. Did you see it? As you did the 3s, the ripples went out from where you are. It went out to the entire Amazon and beyond. And this is an additional contribution to the changes that are already taking place in it. We're just enforcing it and make it stronger. What changes can we see, I wonder? What changes will we see, I wonder? In the Amazon, look at that. You got fruits all over. Mangoes, papayas, cacao, bananas, pineapple. And everybody's just looking at you. Nobody tries to hoard anything. They just eat it as they're hungry. What can we learn from these beings? A lot. Just gotta believe like they do that there's always gonna be provisions for them tomorrow. No need to hoard anything. Gotta trust us that we will find what to eat, what to drink. See, look, there's coconuts all over. You want something semi-sweet? Have a coconut. You want something refreshing? You could have water or coconut water. You want something else? Have a mango, have a papaya. So many fruits out there. And everything's changing. And how does it get any better? So believe in magic. All of this is magical, isn't it? Believe in magic. You can have it. Just gotta be the magic you truly be. And you can show up in one place or another. Move your consciousness whatever you want. And be magical. And have magic show up in front of you. Just like we just did. And with that, let's take a couple deep breaths as we come back to the present. And when you're ready, rub your hands together. Rub your face. And open your eyes.